Hey guys, it's Greg Jones for Engine Builder. We are back at Sick Week. We're at Orlando Speed World. Today I'm joined by Damon Elff, and behind us here is a turbocharged 2JZ, and it's our Engine of the Week.
Engine Builder's Engine of the Week is sponsored by Pen Grade 1, Elring DOS Original, and NPW.
Damon, thanks so much for giving us a little time here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You guys have actually already been out there on the track here at day one and done. You guys are getting ready to hit the road here soon.
Yep.
We're walking by, and here at Sick Week, you don't see tons of the import stuff. It's a little bit more unique. Wanted to know a little bit more about what you got in the 2JZ and the Toyota here.
Yeah, as you said, there's not very many imports. It's kind of a struggle we like to put on ourselves. This is a 2JZ GE block, so it's a non-turbo block. Has stock 3-liter crank, OEM Toyota, a CP piston, Gorilla rod. It's a 2JZ turbo VVTi head, which actually didn't come in these. The VVTi is just the variable intake cam. Yeah. The Supra never had it. They did over in Japan, so it's kind of it just makes drivability nice, spool nice. It makes torque a lot better. So pulling a trailer and running everything else is a lot nicer. Added stuff like drive-by-wire just for cruising and just making everything, taking it to 1995 and making it more 2024. Has a daily dry sump system from Powerhouse Racing. They have a lot of Powerhouse Racing parts on here. Their manifold, their exhaust downpipe, power steering, like all the stuff that they make that really is good at bolt on and go. Yeah. They're a really good shop. Have their rear suspension now. This is our first week with the rear suspension, but engines, they don't care about that stuff. It's all powered by a Precision 7685 next gen turbo. Okay. I dynoed it with the Gen 2 turbo, and it made 1250 to the tire. This one, they think it should make about 150 more, so the fuel numbers line up. Yeah. So it's just under 1400 horsepower. It works. It's fun. It's a good car, and it's smooth power. But this week, just for reliability, it's kind of around that 1200 horsepower. It seems to live there pretty happily. So I'm trying to just keep that 5 days.
Yeah. Now, Damon, you said that you got the stock crank, stock block, but you filled the block a little bit to help handle some of the horsepower? Yeah,
so it's kind of common with these for the bores to shift a little bit, and for the factory, a big power. So this actually has epoxy in the water jacket, but it's just below the water pump. So it still has enough for the water flow to keep everything cool. Yeah. Down the road, I would like to go to a billet just to make it easier and just more stable, because actually the bore is the top or where the struggle is. So I'd really like to fill the whole thing, but got to have water for this.
Yeah, that'd be a problem on the street.
Yeah, very much.
All right, and then I apologize. You mentioned a 72 millimeter turbo? 76, okay. Next gen. And about how much boost are you guys running through that?
That pass with an 871 at 165 was at about 42 pounds of boost. I'm going to try and start creeping it up. That was just to get my feet wet. So we'll see. I've had it up to 55 before, and it went like 173, 174. So we'll get up there. Yeah, it's all controlled by a Motec M150 ECU, which I do the tuning on that. But yeah.
Awesome. All right, now you mentioned the 871. That's a one and done for you. You guys are limited to an 850?
Yeah, so by my cage, I can only go 850. Right now, we should be sitting pretty good in the class. I think this class, the last year one was like 9-1 or so. So he went at 8. He was in the running last year, so we're kind of fighting each other, the two imports. Yeah. But yeah, it's good.
Awesome. Damon, you mentioned some of the bottom end stuff. How about the top end? You got anything in the Valvetrain that you want to mention?
Yeah, right now it's Valvetrain. It might be I like to tinker and test a lot, so I might be changing that up. But yeah, right now it's just off-the-shelf array of valves and springs and Kelford cams. The buckets are DLC coated. That's kind of a thing to do to help with lubricity on these things. We're getting pushed pretty hard because it's a bucket over. It's a bucket hit on the spring, so it's no rockers or anything like that. So it's the cams directly on the bucket.
Yeah. And how about the cams themselves? What are you guys running?
They're Kelfords. They're got loud cars all the time. They're Kelford V202Ds. They're more of a kind of street cam. These cars, it's a turbo car. Just push more air through it. It'll figure its way in there. Yeah. But nothing too crazy. I wanted to keep it very streetable and a lot of torque down low. It's not really a race car. It's just a toy I like to do the drag and drives with. Yeah. I daily drive this car at home. So it's anytime it's not going to rain or downpour, it's out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, lastly, I just wanted to talk through some expectations for you for the week. If you're running an 870 or thereabouts, are you going to be happy for most of the week? Are you guys really trying to push that 850?
Yeah, I'm happy with an 870. If I do that, I'll probably be one and done just to keep miles down on the engine. But we're definitely going to try and push close to that 850, 172, 174. So, but we'll get down there.
Very good. Well, Damon, we wish you luck on the track and on the street, and appreciate you telling us about your 2JZ here.
Yeah.
Guys, that's been this episode of Engine of the Week. Make sure you guys are checking out enginebuildermag.com for more great engine content. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you guys next time.